I didn't get all prettied up for this video because it's not that important, but I just thought I'd bring attention to the fact that people still say, oh, click share, other cancel. No, bruh. Just click share, copy link. Share, copy link. Share, copy link. And just keep doing it, and you're going to get a bunch of shares. All you got to do is press share and copy link. And then it just brings you back to the video. Then you press share.
This is how you make the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets at home. I'm actually shook because they turned out so good. Cut your chicken breast into 1-inch cubes and then grab some pickle brine, and we are going to marinate our chicken in this. For our wet ingredients, we're going to use egg and milk, and then our dry ingredients is going to be flour, a little bit of sugar, cornstarch, and then a bunch of these seasonings. Marinate your chicken for at least 30 minutes and then go into the wet and then the dry. Fry these babies up at 350 degrees. You'll be able to tell when they're cooked because they look like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. They literally turned out better than I expected. They are so amazing. You have to make this.
You said you're buying Reese's? Nah, we make homemade Reese's. 10 graham crackers into a blender, blend it up. Pour the crumbs into a bowl, add 1.5 cups peanut butter, 1 cup powdered sugar, and mix it all together. Melt some chocolate in the microwave. Spoon the melted chocolate into cupcake liners and spread it on the edges. Pour the peanut butter mixture into a little disc and place it inside. Top it with some more chocolate and even it out. Place in the fridge till the chocolate hardens. And then after a bunch of hours, it looks like that. Just cut it in half and look at that. How insane does that look? Alright, let's give it a try. It tastes exactly like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but even better. It has even more peanut butter. It is delicious. Click that plus button for more recipes.
These are the only olive oil and green herb tortillas you're ever gonna see on TikTok. Not only that, but probably some of the best you'll ever taste. Start by blanching 2 bunches of parsley for 3 minutes. Cool and wring out that excess water out of the parsley. Give it a quick chop and get it in the blender. Add a tablespoon of shallots, a tablespoon of garlic, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, a little bit of salt, and top it off with some olive oil. Give it a good blend and look at this amazing green sauce we just made. Now you're gonna add 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and give that a good mix. Pour in your green sauce and you're gonna add 260 grams of some really hot water. Give that a real good mix until you form this amazing dough. Let it rest for about 20 minutes and you know the rest of the steps, guys. I hope you like this recipe. Enjoy, hit that follow button, and as always, thanks for watching.
Nutella was a smart solution to a tricky problem, the shortage of cocoa supplies following World War II. Pietro Ferrero, a pastry maker from Piedmont in Italy, ingeniously created a sweet paste made from hazelnuts, sugar, and just a little of the rare cocoa. He shaped it into a loaf that could be sliced and served on bread, and he named it Giunto after a famous local carnival character at the time. On May 14, 1946, the Ferrero Company was officially founded. The delicious Giunto paste was transformed into a new product that could easily be spread on bread. It was called Super Crema, the predecessor to Nutella. Ferrero's son Michel applied his innovative genius and, by trial and error, he improved the recipe and created the first ever jar of a new hazelnut and cocoa cream, which is now known as Nutella.
Hold on, Valentine's Day is coming up, you're not even ready, bro? Boys, I got you. 3 8-ounce ramekin. Butter them up, flour in there, and tap out the excess. Maybe do this in a better spot. 6.5 ounces of chocolate. Hot with just a little bit of water. Chop it up. Bring it to a steamy simmer out. Place a bowl on top. Half a cup of butter. Chocolate in the bowl. Now keep up this steaming and keep stirring until nice and smooth. In a separate bowl, 2 whole eggs, 3 egg yolks. Start whipping them together. Add in a 1/4 cup of sugar, a little at a time, until all of it's added. A tablespoon of brown sugar, half teaspoon of salt, egg mixture into the chocolate, and 2 tablespoons of flour. Fold together into your prepared ramekins. Woo! Into the oven at 425 Fahrenheit. 10 minutes. Cool for a minute. Run a knife around, invert, and flip. Okay, you get the idea. Ooh-wee, look at. Hope this helps you out on your Valentine's Day.
Yo, today about to make some broke boys fried rice with some frozen dumplings.
All you really need is rice, frozen dumpling, 1-to-1 ratio, and the basics. First, heat up your pan, splash of oil, scallion. Ooh, we call this the pagiram. Chop up your dumplings, throw that joint in, stir them up, put it to the side, splash of oil, throw your eggs in, another one, scramble them up. Throw your rice in, tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Break them up, boys.
Yo, saute that joint like you the man.
Salt to taste, pepper to taste. Ooh. Boom. Uh-huh.
Yo. Ooh. Broke boys, we out here.
My mom's homemade kimchi recipe part 1. First, start by washing and cutting your Napa cabbage into bite-sized pieces. Then halfway through, add a heavy amount of sea salt over your Napa cabbage. Add the rest of your Napa cabbage and repeat with heavy amounts of sea salt. Here my mom poured the cup of water over my hands just to rinse them, but you will need to add a cup of water to the cabbage. Now you want to take your hands and gently press on the cabbage, and then we are going to cover it and let it sit for an hour. Halfway through, you want to check on your cabbage. It should have a lot of water like this, and this is where you want to toss it around. After an hour, you want to rinse the cabbage in some cold water, drain it, and repeat the process once more. Finally, my mom insisted to taste the cabbage for a salty bite and wait for part 2.
Hey everyone, it's Ariana, and not long ago, Addison Ray followed me on TikTok. To celebrate in the only way I know how, I decided to make Italian food, which according to the internet is Addison's favorite. To start our classic penne alla vodka, I boiled 16 ounces of penne in salted water, and then busted open a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes and blended them in the food processor. Then in a large pan goes 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 cloves of minced garlic, and a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, plus the tomatoes. Give it a mix, and then add in a 1/4 of a cup of vodka. Don't worry, fellow miners, all the alcohol cooks out. Simmer the sauce for 10 minutes on low, and then add in 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and a cup of heavy cream, giving it another mix, and then season to taste with salt and pepper. Give it one last simmer for 5 minutes on low to thicken up, and then drain your pasta when it's al dente and add it to the sauce. Oh, look at that. At this point, my entire house smelled absolutely amazing, and this dish could not be complete without another sprinkle of Parmesan, fresh parsley, and more chili flakes. Everyone tag Addison so she sees this. Addison, if you're watching, I would love to cook for you one day. For recipes on my Instagram where I'm answering all my followers' comments.
I'm gonna make some bao. 4 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon lemon juice, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. Mix that up a bit. Add about 2 1/4 cups of water to knead into a dough. Form into a dough, let rest for 2 hours. While dough is rising, chop pork, green onion, carrots, Napa cabbage, and ginger. Combine everything in a bowl. Combine in a bowl, add an egg, garlic, black pepper, soy sauce, oyster sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, and barbecue sauce, LOL. Combine! Ta-da! Red pepper flakes or some spice. Lightly cook it. Flour surface, get dough. Make dough into a ring, start slicing. Get your dough, roll it out. Fill the center, pleat the side. It should end up looking like this. Kinda ugly, but it's okay. Makeshift steamer, 15 minutes. Ooh. The filling is really good, the dough is not. You need real yeast. Let's try again next week.
How to make Hawaiian ham and Swiss sliders. These are to die for. Take your Hawaiian bread and cut it in half. In a bowl, add a stick of butter, melt it, add 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1/2 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire, 1/2 tablespoon Dijon mustard. Stir it really good. Spray your pan. Add the bottom half of the bread. Add a little butter, not too much. Now add your sliced honey ham. You want to fold it over like this and do 2 layers. Now add your Swiss cheese, and you're also going to do it in 2 layers. Add the top half of the bread. Now add the butter on top and try to spread it out evenly. Cover the top in foil and put it in your preheated oven at 350. After 15 minutes, take it out and remove the foil and put it back in for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, take it out, put Parmesan cheese on top, cut it into squares, and it's ready to serve. Now for the taste test. Oh my God. These are perfect.
Someone had the nerve to tell me that I couldn't have good bagels outside of New York. Well, let me just give it a shot. 300 grams of water at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 10 grams instant yeast in. Mix that up. Let's sit 10 minutes. 500 grams of bread flour in. 6 grams of salt. 23 grams of sugar. Whiskey business. Yeast water mixture in. We don't need a machine, we use our hand. Mix that together until a dough starts to form. Put on the counter and knead until your dough is nice and smooth. Medium-sized bowl. Damp towel. Rise at room temp 1 to 2 hours. Little kiss. And punch it down. Divide into 8 even pieces. Shape each piece into a ball. Damp towel, 15 minutes. Fingers. Bring a large pot of water to a gentle boil. In 1 minute. Flip them all for 1 more minute. Transfer your bagels to the baking sheet. Egg wash. Go with your everything bagel seasoning into the oven. 350 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Let them cool in a wire rack. Oh my. Creme cheese, lox, tomato, salt, onion, capers. Woo! It's about as close as you can get to a New York bagel with.
Hey everyone, it's Ariana, and since many people are staying home for Thanksgiving this year, a survey showed that 1 in 5 people are cooking Thanksgiving dinner for the first time. If you're one of them, have no fear, because for the next 2 days, I'm breaking down all your favorite Thanksgiving recipes step by step. First up, the perfect gooey baked mac and cheese. First, cook a pound of your favorite pasta according to the package directions. I use cavatappi, and then grate your cheese. It'll come out way better if you grate your own, so just trust me on that one. In a hot pan, melt half a stick of butter and then add a half a cup of flour and stir this around. This is your roux and it's gonna help thicken the sauce. Then pour on 3 cups of milk and 1 cup of cream, stirring it around until it thickens and coats the back of the spoon. Then stir in about 4 cups of your favorite cheese. I use cheddar and Gruyere, and finish it off with a season of salt and pepper. If you like, you can stir your noodles straight into the sauce, but I love to layer it in the baking dish, alternating between sauce, noodles, and extra cheese. Top it off with panko breadcrumbs, which get super crunchy and golden in the oven, and then bake at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. I hope you join in on this journey and follow my Instagram for the full written recipes.